Good morning all. Try and use it up this morning. Hubby got me for my birthday little stand, so we'll see how it goes. I've actually got an interesting haul this morning. Well, not so interesting as much as sad, but I just received this parcel. You can see the packages here. You can see this one is actually torn open. I got a sticker on my express post parcel. This was a lot that I bought from Gumtree here in Australia, and it had a sticker on saying arrived in this condition at airport. And it was inside a box, because, let's see if I can show you the bag without showing the seller's address. The bag was torn open, and what Australia Post has done is they've popped it in a box and then said arrived in this condition. So I purchased this as a lot from a lady, and there was one photo, but it was all kind of thrown in. So I don't know what, if anything, is missing. I'd say for the fact that there was a hole and it was torn open that maybe some pieces were missing, but I'm going to do a live sort of unboxing now anyway. And what we'll do is start with one at a time. I'll start with the one that's open. So it was what came in the parcel, these 4 wrapped bags, and this was a vintage jewellery lot from the photo. So I will pop it over to the side, these ones, and we'll start with this one that's open. So I'm going to go through it. Because I have this new stand now, I'll be able to use both of my hands, which is exciting. We'll go through it bit by bit. I'll just tip it out. Or maybe I won't tip it onto the tray. I'll keep it over here in a pile. And I don't know if there's going to be any silver or gold or anything in this lot. It was, the lady didn't really know what was in it. So we'll go through it piece by piece, and I'll make different piles for different things that I'd like to test, and we'll see how we go. So yes, very upset that it's come tampered with, but hopefully it looks like it'll still be a really good lot. So the first piece is this lovely brooch. Looks like it's some celluloid or lucite. It's actually a pendant as well, a little vintage brooch. So I'll make different piles. I'll put brooches in one pile. There's another little vintage brooch. No markings, but very cute. I'll just pull out brooches as I go. This one is marked barks. It's actually really, really pretty. Little faux pearl and rhinestones. To be detangling. This one is, you can see it's really, really dirty, but it looks like marcasite, and yes, sterling. I don't know if you can see, it's marked sterling on the rear. That's actually a really nice pin when I've given it a clean. That will be really, really pretty. I'll pop that over to the side. The next one is this really old brooch. Again, a lot of these are really dirty, but I'll give them a good clean. Hopefully you can see in this light outside. It's not great today. You can hear the birds in my backyard. Lovely brooch. This one here is like a little belt buckle. I think maybe a belt buckle at one stage. Very pretty with rhinestones. I'll put that with like little antique brooches. What next? There might be more brooches over here. Just a little 50s rhinestone brooch. Does have a mark, barks as well. Put that with the vintage brooches. There's a little faux marcasite one. This is actually missing a stone, but I did see in this lot there was quite a few loose stones, so it may actually be in there. It's a little Scottish thistle brooch. There's quite a few brooches here. Let's get those done first. This little silver brooch. Doesn't look like it's marked on the back with our brooches. A bit of a dig for more brooches. There's this one, which is marked. I can't read it, but it does have a serial number on the back. Just a little vintage brooch. It's got a broken stone. Some of these pieces will end up just being craft pieces or pieces I redonate. There's a little silver tone. One looks like a piece of bamboo. Can't see any marks on that. Pretty. There's a rhinestone brooch. Again, really dirty, but these will clean up amazingly, I think. And that one's also signed barks, so I think maybe this particular person collected barks brooches. Put that with the vintage ones. Oh, another brooch. That's actually lovely. It looks like it's a fountain pen bottle with quills in it. No marks, but really lovely. It's like enamel rhinestones. There's this pair of lovely old brooches. You can see the backs. I don't think it's a silver or gold. I think it's just base metal, but really old ones. With like a faux pearl. There's a pair of those. Got them with the antique ones. Oh, there's a third one. Another one. Be interesting actually to look these up and see what they are. Very dirty. I'll give it all a good clean. This was actually one I saw in the photo that made me purchase the lot, because it looks like a very early brooch with a big citrine or topaz in the middle, and I thought it might be gold or rolled gold. Oh, maybe you can see it. Very nice early brooch, and it has an old C style clasp on the back. Very nice. And if I have a look, I can't see any stamps at this stage, but I will be testing that for gold. It's so pretty. Because there's so many pieces, I don't want these videos to go long. I might actually do it in a 4-part series with each of the 4 parcels. So I'll put that with the old antique ones. I'll put it actually in gold to test. Just see how long these videos go. I don't really like them to be longer than sort of 10 or 15 minutes. Just also for uploading, so I will see how we go. It's like a rhinestone, but I don't think it's rhinestones. I think they're plastic or lucite. Little bar brooch. Well, made in Western Germany. But very pretty. Again with a clean. These will come up amazing. This one as well, Barks. Same designer again. Enamel and rhinestones. Very pretty lot. Lots of brooches. And I actually purchased this lot because I don't have a lot of brooches, and my eye's been going to them recently when I've been going to op shops and stuff, and I thought, well, I'll try and look for a lot. Now that's a bit tangled. Let's try and skip that. Let's do this. This might be a bit of fun untangling, so excuse me. This brooch, oh, this is not a brooch, sorry, it's a expansion bracelet, probably 1950, 1940s, 1950s. It's got some faux stones in it. It does have a name there. Made in Japan. Shimantes, maybe. And it looks like there's 2 of those. So that's a bracelet. There's another one. Looks like it. This one actually looks like it has jade stones. And again, the same maker. Made in Japan. Shimantes. I think that's how it's pronounced. Maybe not. I might be murdering it. Lovely brooch. And I mean lovely bracelet. And they're in really nice condition. They just need a good clean. What's next? There's a lovely antique brooch as well. It's like a pin. So this end part actually screws off. And then it pulls through. This looks like it could be a cairngorm or a it's definitely a natural stone of some description. I don't think it's gold. I think it's just brass, but very unusual, very lovely. Pop that in the antique brooch pile. Still working our way through. This one's missing a pearl, but like I said, there's lots of loose ones in here. I think, oh, camera shaking. I think when the person pulled the package out or had a go at it, that some pieces might have got knocked around. Missing a stone. Pop that in that lot with the other one that's missing a stone. Keep digging. Another little brooch. It's actually a brooch and a pendant. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like a panel, like a lucite panel over the top, over a picture of a rose. Really nice gold tone surround. Very pretty brooch. Let's see it good. And then, like I said, it has the loop on the back, so it can be a pendant or a brooch. Oh, it does have a mark there on the side. These brooches all seem to have the serial numbers, which shows how quite early, the patent numbers, sorry. So before a brooch or a company had their designs patented, they would put the patent numbers on the inside, which is what you can see in there. And then, or some of them were marked patent pending. And then there is a designer mark there, but I don't recognise that. I'll do some research later. Very nice. There's this little pendant, which looks as well like it has jade. No marks, likely just gold toned, but Very pretty. I'm in the natural light outside today, so we'll actually compare it when I look back at the videos and see how it looks. I might have to do some editing to brighten it up a little bit, but it's hard to tell when you're outside. Another brooch with that same patent number and that same mark actually, so I'll have to see who that is. I don't know if anyone recognises the mark, can let me know. Pearl bar brooch. Put our brooches. Another brooch. I'm actually really happy that this lot has some lovely brooches in. Enamel and rhinestone. Again, really, this isn't damaged, this is just grot. They're really dirty. In the photo, the lady actually had all these pieces in a big clear fishing tackle box. So, I don't know how well they were being taken care of. This is that same, oh, this is Barks. So, this one, again with a patent number, but the clasp is actually broken off that one. It's a little hanging one. Would have gone on a pocket or maybe even a tie. Put that in the repair ones. Let's see what else we can pull out of here easily. Another brooch, little one with seed pearls in marcasite. It's not marked silver, I think it's just a costume one, but very sweet. I think we're going to have trouble when we get to these necklaces, but what I can see under here, which is quite interesting, is a bunch of cufflinks. Now, I don't know if there's any pairs. Oh, that one looks like a pair. Or if there's, I'm having a dig. Let's see if there's the other pair. Oh, there's another one. Another single one. And when I saw it, sorry, I'll just have to use 2 hands to untangle it. So glad my husband got me this stand, because I wouldn't have been able to untangle this lot at all with one hand. It just means I can't unbox it live, and I like to do that so we're both seeing it at the same time. So that looks like, oh, and there's the back of a cufflink. This one here looks gold to me. It's a little engraved one. See if it's marked on the back. Can't see it, but that looks gold to me. I'm going to test it. So there's that single one. There's this pair, oh, and that looks like that's the back of that one, of the pair that's missing. Sorry, my camera's shaking. Stop shaking. There's this pair here, which has got WL initials, and this one has WL as well. And then this isn't a pair, but again, they could be either silver or gold. Very early cufflinks. And the pairs for these may be in one of the other parcels. We'll have a look. So there's a bunch of little cufflinks. Very nice. Like I said, it's one of the things that attracted me in the group photo that she had. Here's a little locket. Looks like it's off a bracelet. Really dirty, but this looks silver to me. It'll be good to see as we go through the lot. So I'll just show you this one. This could be a sterling silver bracelet. It might be the one that locket is off. So I will test it and have a better look for stamps later. Sorry, I was saying that it'd be interesting to see. One of the pieces that I saw in the photo that attracted me to buy this lot was it looked to be a sterling silver bracelet with a lot of charms on it, and if that one's gone then I'll know. But I do have a photo of the lot and I can go back and check. But I have actually messaged the seller before I opened it, and my husband and I actually took a video of me opening it to show the damage so that we could show the seller. It's a shame it's not her fault, it's Australia Post, but hopefully they can she will get, if there is pieces missing, which is likely, she'll be able to get some kind of compensation. This is a Barks again. This is actually really pretty, this one. Little hanging. It's not silver, but it is so pretty. My eldest son just recently had his school formal, and this would have looked really lovely on a tie, as a tie pin hanging down. He wanted to wear one, but we didn't. My husband only has one, but it's gold, and we wanted a silver one, and this would have been perfect for his outfit. Shame. Next year. Oh, more pieces. Oh, tangled. Let's go for untangled things. Oh, this one's marked 925 on the back. Little pendant. Could be hematite on the front or just black glass. Got a pretty pendant. Another little pendant with more like a butterfly wing type little insert that doesn't have any marks on. I'd say it's not silver, but very pretty. Another little brooch. I must keep untangle as I go. This is a brooch and a pendant. I can't see any marks on it, but it's very old, very sweet. It's got marcasites and faux pearls. Put in the brooch pile. Lots of lovely brooches. Oh, what am I going to go for next? That one came out easy enough. Little pendant. Does have shell on the front. I don't see any marks. Let's just check the clasp. Quick look. I will double check over everything afterwards. It's hard when I'm sort of standing here doing it like this. I will check over everything with my loop afterwards. My husband likes that job too. It's just like a costume pendant. Oh, another cufflink. Yay, that goes with, oh, excuse the untangling. Looks like there's an earring tangled in there too. This is the thing with the screw back earrings and why they can be fun. It's because they tangle really, really full on. Hang on, let's see if I can get him out. Come on. I think I'll definitely do this in 4 parts with the 4 parcels. Just so we're not having to sit for a long time when I'm untangling. Yep, that's the other cufflink. Oh, maybe this one will come out quite easily. It's just hooked around. That, I think, matched that other piece. Let's have a look. Oh no, similar. Oh, it is the same. It actually may be, now that I see it closer, it is. It is a belt buckle. I thought it was a buckle. I think I said buckle in the beginning. And it's the 2 pieces of a vintage buckle. So cute. Made from brass. Let's see if I can get this brooch out. Oh, that's easy enough. It's just like a maple leaf brooch. Clasp looks intact. C-clasp brooch. What I'll do is when I go through and test, if I find anything interesting or if anything ends up being gold or silver that I didn't realise, I'll actually leave it in the comments section, or so that you can go and have a look. So I'll edit and I'll say this turned out to be this or this turned out to be that. This is very pretty. It's like a green enamel maple leaf this side, or a plain gold maple leaf that side. So maybe it's so you can alternate it. You can turn it one way or the other when you wear it. Interesting. Watch. Let's see. This is pendant. It just looks like it's lucite. Strange, it's got a hole screwed in the middle. And a little chain. Looks like faux gold, but it doesn't have a clasp, so I will test it. Always test everything with a magnet. I'll actually do a video soon on how I the different stages I go through when testing jewellery. The first stage is usually with a magnet, whether it's magnetic or not, and then I'll go on to further testing if it's unstamped. But oh, this could be hard to undo. Yeah. Let's see if anything is going to come out easily. Let me know as well in the comments if you'd prefer that I unbox with you, or if you'd prefer that I untangle it and have it maybe all laid out first and then just pick each piece up and go through. Let me know which you would prefer if you find watching me untangle annoying. This is really cool. It's a leaf with, I believe it's a stag or an elk maybe. No marks. Looks costume. So probably 1950s. Very cute. I will record these videos one after another though, but I'll just upload them separately. Come on, untangle. It's usually my favourite thing to do is the untangling, but not when I'm under pressure. This is a pendant. That's the back of the pendant. the front. That same stone as the previous one that was actually silver, but this doesn't look silver to me. But again, I'll use my magnet to test it first. Looks, oh, sorry, my hair. Looks like hematite. Very cute, 1950s. It's a nice mix of pieces in here actually. Like some really lovely, let's just have a look at this one because it's untangled already. It's the rear of it, the front. It's got a little faux opal. Could be a real opal, but I doubt it. Little pendant. There's this hat pin, which may or may not be silver. We'll test it. And then it's these earrings, the pesky earrings, which are causing all this tangle chaos. I find when I'm untangling, actually the best way to do it is to go in and find each of the clasps and undo them, because then you have the ability to pull a piece out from one end. So I'll slow down and do that. The seller didn't know, like I said, when she posted it, she just said a lot of costume jewellery, or a lot of jewellery. And the one question I did ask her was there any broken pieces? Because the last thing I wanted to do was buy a whole lot of broken jewellery. But she said she had a look over and she couldn't see any obviously broken pieces, but that it was quite tangled and she just didn't wear any of it. So, but from what I can see so far, just from this one parcel, it was very well worth what I paid. I don't think I said what I paid in the beginning. I paid $50 for this lot from Gumtree, and I paid for express post. Come on, earring. See, it's this one earring. This one earring that has them all tangled around. So I think if I can free it from this earring, we may have some better luck. I think this tangle mess is just not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is untangle this, and then I'll show it to you in the beginning of the first video, and I'll keep moving on. The beginning of the next video, sorry. There's these earrings. I think they're not a matching pair. They look like they could be gold filled. Vintage with screwbacks. Again, really dirty. I actually can't wait to give these a good clean. And there's this copper one, which is made... I found one like this the other day at a garage sale. It's actually made from a coin, but this one's made from an Australian coin. Very cute little ring. So yeah, I will end this video here, and I will go and untangle and get on to the next parcel. I'll be back shortly. Thanks so much for watching.